next story is rather mainstream, and it is what we are all familiar with, or we can be at home with, comfortable with. So it is still a lady from the Congo, Jolie. Jolie's real side experience. And you remember last week I shared some real side experiences, experience that she had, and she's continued to have some. And she says she's so appreciative that Ben has helped, the Newman has helped her in many instances from the forces of darkness, and he speaks to her in Lingala, the national language of the Congo. Uh, so on the inner, on the real side, the Numa speaks any language of the world. So she speaks to Jolie in Lingala. So she's very appreciative of this, and especially Africa is a place of where the dualistic forces are used in very sometimes negative ways, and it's almost like a tradition. People must do such things. So she's very appreciative of the help you have given her so far, and your ability to talk to her in her native language. So on this day, she did the new song, and then went to bed. She maybe wanted to have a nap or something like that. That was about 6:30. And she says, at first when she was doing singing the new, she will find a door open, and then she will be gone from the body. But the last experience was different from anything she had ever had before. She says, she said she did a new song and just lay on the bed, and suddenly she left her body this time in full consciousness, and was observing it from a higher level, and was in the company of a real guide who wore a violet robe, and who had a beard, muscular, and is muscular. So after witnessing her body on the bed and from a higher position, then a supersonic flight with the real guide ensued. And at destination, the real guide, this was rebisar, told Jolie that he wanted her to come to the seventh life level to see some things and be familiar with certain knowledge. Jolie says she was dumbfounded because there was nothing there. There's no house, no plants, except a blinding light. And then rebisar told her to be observant. And to her wonderment, she saw many small specks of light moving upwards towards the great light. Rebisar told her that That is what happens when new friends all over the world, or at any time, when they sing the new you, uh, the real awareness moves to the seventh life level as specks of light to connect with the resplendent light of the seventh level. And then Robert Zatas added that there is no other sound greater than the new sound, which he called the sound of sound. And as he said this, you could hear the reverberations of the new sound all over. Had this deafening new sound all over the place. And Rebezatal's father told Jolie to tell all new friends that singing the new song helps those, even helps those who have died to come back to life, and those who are sitting to step up, and also enables what was not existing to come into life. Then Jolie asked Rebezatal whether if one of her friends or relatives dies, she could sing the new song and they will come back to life. So Rebezatal laughed and told her that he would he would talk about that on another occasion, the next outing. So Jolie continued to observe the specks of light, the real awareness of new friends moving upwards to connect with the greater reality, the great reality. Soon, Rabbi Zatas told her that that was all for the day. And then they started returning and reached where Fiston, the musician, was doing a rehearsal for a song he wants to produce. And this song is about the new. Mariam was there too. And then Rosatas told Fiston that his song would be a great success. And then Rosatas himself started singing Fiston's song, and all the new friends started dancing. And, Mariam told Jolie to record the singing. And so Jolie got out her mobile phone to do so. At the same time, her physical body, as she later discovered when she got back to the body, took the mobile and was recording Fiston's and Rebezatas singing. So she got up and found herself holding her phone and singing the song. But before this episode, before waking up, Rebezatas was still escorting her to her abode, and at a certain point, Rebezatas told her to be more observant and listen. Then she saw and heard people who hated her saying they were going to lay a trap for her, and that on her return from the distant and powerful place she had been to, she would trip and fall, and everything would be lost. So one of the wizards placed his leg on her path so that she would trip and fall. So Rabbi Zatas noticed it and then gave her a rod and told her to break the man's leg with it. She did so, she did as instructed, and heard the man screaming and telling the others that they had deceived him he had met untimely death because Jolie is too powerful. So this is Jolie's experience. I don't know whether Ben has any comment on this.
The first part is great. Part two there, that's interesting. We'll see what comes of that. But that's very inspiring. Thank you so much. I'm glad we got that recorded. Like things we've had in the past, these real side experiences. And it's I'm very grateful for my experience with this and recognizing this, bringing this through. It's very interesting that, during the corporation days with Paul and then what's come of it, Paul did what he called the God Worlds chart, etc., and, showed the different levels. And it was the fifth level was called the soul plane at the time. It was the fifth level. And there was the physical, astral, causal, and mental, which included the etheric. Also, was the higher mental part. And then the fifth level was the fifth plane. It's very interesting. Well, when I came into this and was to do this, first in 2001, etc., with the Rod of Power, and then it became the New Wave is in '07, I could see that the levels had changed. I could see that there was a definite, and that... and I decided that, no, we have to redo these. And I decided the seventh level became the seventh level, and the fifth level became the unconscious part, which where a lot of people are trapped in because of what has taken place with the hue and all these other sounds too, the the hue, amen, all these things. People have been trapped subconsciously, and you can see it today with all the subliminals. So when the seventh level shows up as a confirmation continuously. It's so cool. Interesting thing is that when all those years that I was in the corporation and the initiations were real at the time. In 1990, I was a seventh initiate, an initiator, and I left because Harold was putting a block on everything. Well, I was to be there anyhow, but it didn't matter what he did. But it's interesting that number 7 kind of stuck. And so this is so cool to hear people and how rebisar refers to the 7th level, because that's really what it is. Creation and everything has been redone, and it's being even more so taking place now. There's a bigger picture coming. And so this is just terrific, Charles, what you're sharing here. Certain people, I see it, really have the heart and the courage to step up and share this, because it's worth it more so than any social recognition of anything. Yes, thank you so much. It's just terrific. Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ben, I really found this terrific too. Powerful validation of the new sound and what happens when one sings it. Really found it the experience really invigorating. Gives one the energy to do the new song every time. Anybody who reads this or hears about it will not let the know you not be on his or her lips for the day. So it's a really good experience. Really golden. Okay, then that brings me to ask this question. Oh, no. Okay, there is also Mariam's experience here. Mariam experiences one of healing. She says she was very sick last week, and it was about 10 p.m. on that day that she felt better, well, after being visited by the real guide, Amenori. Amenori. Then the real guy took her. Mariam is involved in some kind of litigation with the government and with colluders who made her lose her house. She was ordered out of her house or something like that. And so she's been trying to reverse things with the help of legal experts. And so on this day, this real guide visited her, and not only did she make her see a greater picture, but healed her too. And he took her to her house on the real side, her personal house. Mariam says she would always visit her house on the real side alone. But on this day, she was accompanied and protected by a real guy who asked her to get into her house and into her bedroom. So she says it was so real that she was afraid that the minister's guards could shoot her for trespassing. She looked out the window at the surroundings, as she normally does in normal life. And then she went outside in the company of the real guy, and then saw a group of new friends whom she could not recognize. They were all shouting and all screaming in appraisal, heaping praises on the real guy. Say, oh, it's very handsome, it's very clean. Pour praises on him. Saying, look at his beard, look at his magnificent beard. So when Mariam looked at the real guy's beard, she could see some golden beads in the beard, in his beard, sparkling. So that's Mariam's experience. So from this, I understand that Mariam will be successful in reclaiming her house because the real guy has already taken her there. I don't know whether Ben has any something to add.
Well, it's. I know we all go through the turmoil. I've been through so much myself, still going through it, and this is how this world is. It doesn't want us here, and I'm amazed that Miriam has, been around where she is for the years that she has, and things finally show up, which they usually do. But it's all okay. So she's having the experience. No, it's terrific. That's great that she's sharing that, and yeah, kind of maybe wants to prompt you to grow a beard now, Charles. So, yes, it's okay. Yeah, Val's got a beard,
but not as long as that of the Indian gurus.
Yeah, that's true. So again. So I don't know if they'd okay it in your school or whatever, but just kidding. But I see Africa as an experience. I can't wait to get there and have the experience because it'll be a new life. And when Ava and I come someday, because that's the plan, that's what we're being shown. We'll see what happens with the world in the meantime. But yeah, in the meantime, we're here. We're the city slickers, and we're doing what we're doing here. But thank you so much for being there, you. And I remember when you came in and, with us, and then Miriam, and all this stuff started to happen. And here we are years later, and it's great. It's building upon itself. And yes, people are paying attention. So yes, thank you for sharing.